Welcome to Breakdown. Today we're taking a deep dive into a world that's absolutely vital to our safety, yet often remains hidden. We're talking about the complex, high-pressure universe of the public safety dispatcher.
Exactly. We're going to pull back the curtain a bit.
Yeah, look at what it really takes to be that first voice you hear in an emergency, and also the technology behind it all, the backbone.
That invisible backbone, the CAD systems. We've looked at sources like California's Assembly Bill, 1945, emergency protocols, details on these advanced systems.
Right, so get ready to understand not just what dispatchers do, but really the critical how and why that makes them, well, genuine first responders.
It's a role that's often misunderstood, isn't it?
Definitely.
When a crisis hits, that person on the other end of the line, they aren't just taking notes, they're the initial lifeline. You called it the critical nexus between chaos and calm, often the very first point of contact.
That phrase, critical nexus, it really hits home. But what's maybe less obvious about this role? Is it just getting information, or is there more, a bigger emotional weight?
Oh, it's far beyond just relaying information. And what's fascinating, actually, is how California has formally recognized this. Back in 2020, there was Assembly Bill 1945, AB 1945. It officially defined public safety dispatchers and telecommunicators as first responders.
Okay, first responders, so not just a title change then.
Not at all. It's a profound shift, really. It changes how we even understand emergency response itself.
So if they're now seen, on par with police officers, firefighters, paramedics, what does that actually mean for them day to day?
Well, it fundamentally reshapes expectations, for one. This formal recognition, it forces us to confront the fact that emergency response isn't just about being at the scene. It's also about that invisible psychological labor that starts the second the phone rings.
Invisible psychological labor. That's a powerful way to put it. It redefines valor, maybe. Not just physical risk, but mental fortitude.
Exactly. And this designation, it pushes for their training and support to align more closely with other emergency personnel, making sure they have access to critical mental health programs, wellness support, and potentially influencing funding for more advanced skills.
That makes so much sense. It shifts the perception, doesn't it? From
Yeah.
support staff to truly integral operational personnel, acknowledging that their actions directly impact safety outcomes.
They really are the first responders guiding the whole response before anyone else even leaves the station.
Yeah.
And the sheer complexity of their duties, it often goes unappreciated. Dispatchers are rightly called the eyes and the ears of the department,
The eyes and ears.
serving as that primary link. And what that really means is managing multiple critical tasks all at once, simultaneously,
Yeah.
under immense pressure.
Let's unpack that pressure a bit. So their main job is call management. But it's not just answering phones, right? It's
No.
receiving and evaluating emergency 911 calls, non-emergency calls, often from people who are, well, incredibly distressed, panicked, emotional. You can only imagine the raw human emotion they face every single day.
It's a unique challenge. They have to pull out, elicit and record incredibly precise, accurate information, regardless of the caller's state of mind. Imagine a life-threatening situation. They're not just listening passively, they're actively giving pre-arrival instructions.
Like CPR instructions.
Exactly. Or just offering reassurance, trying to keep someone calm in a moment of, utter panic. It's multi-level communication under extreme duress.
And while that's happening, they're also doing resource coordination
Yes.
simultaneously.
Yes. Rapidly figuring out the nature, severity, location of emergencies. It's this high-stakes prioritization game, dispatching the right people, police, fire, EMS, maybe other agencies, and keeping constant track of where every unit is in the field.
It sounds like this incredibly complex game of chess, but the pieces are emergency vehicles and the stakes are lives.
That's a good analogy. And add to that, information management. They're operating radios, automated phone systems, various computer platforms, all while sticking to strict FCC regulations.
Which isn't just red tape, right? It ensures clear communication.
Precisely. Clear, interference-free communication for everyone involved, and it creates a legal, verifiable record, which is crucial for reviews, accountability. They're maintaining meticulous records in computer-aided dispatch CAD systems. They're running checks in county, state, federal databases.
Like CELITS, the California system.
Yes, CLITs. Looking for info on wanted persons, stolen property, vehicle registrations, vital background information.
And it doesn't even stop there, does it? There are other operational support duties.
Right. Things like clerical tasks, sometimes operating digital surveillance video, testing equipment, even helping train new dispatchers.
It all just boils down to an enormous cognitive load, doesn't it?
Absolutely enormous. That constant rapid switching between listening intently, typing accurately, speaking clearly, analyzing complex situations, making split-second decisions, all in a high-stakes environment. It leads, understandably, to significant mental fatigue and stress.
Which highlights a critical need, perhaps often overlooked.
Definitely. A need for training programs that don't just teach the technical skills, but also integrate strategies for managing that cognitive load, for building stress resilience. It's about equipping them for the mental marathon.
So if they're carrying this immense mental burden, constantly shifting gears, processing all this complex info, it makes you wonder, what kind of person thrives in that environment? What are the absolute bedrock skills?
That's a crucial question. Obviously, exceptional communication skills, both oral and written. Clarity, precision, especially under pressure. But the ability to multitask, that's really the signature skill, I think.
Multitasking under fire.
Imagine simultaneously taking a complaint from someone who's distraught, monitoring multiple radio channels for ongoing incidents, and coordinating several field units, all at once.
That's a level of mental agility few jobs demand.
Very few.
And through all that chaos, they have to maintain composure, the ability to elicit pertinent information and remain calm in stressful situations, respond quickly and calmly, make sound decisions under pressure. That sounds like a psychological tightrope walk.
It really is. And this constant emphasis on calmness, it points directly to a significant psychological requirement. Training needs to go beyond just the how-to. It needs to incorporate psychological resilience, stress inoculation, emotional regulation techniques.
Because staying calm affects everything else.
Directly. It impacts the accuracy of the information they gather, the speed of their decisions, which can literally be life-saving.
Okay, so beyond handling the chaos, there's professionalism. That seems non-negotiable.
Completely. Agencies strive for the utmost quality and professionalism. Dispatchers are expected to embody these core principles of public service.
Like upholding liberties, rights, enforcing laws, ensuring safety.
Preserving peace and public order, all of it.
And this is where something like the California PSD Law Enforcement Code of Ethics comes in.
Precisely. It provides that foundational framework. It outlines the duty to serve, safeguard lives and property, protect the innocent, all while respecting everyone's constitutional rights. It mandates honesty, self-restraint, strict impartiality. It explicitly says, personal feelings, prejudices, animosities, friendships, none of that can influence decisions.
The code uses this phrase, badge of my office, as a symbol of public faith and a public trust.
That's profound.
It is. It frames it not just as a job, but as a sacred responsibility.
So the training has to reflect that depth.
Yes. It goes beyond just theory. It includes practical application, things like robust bias awareness, mitigation strategies, ensuring fair service, maintaining that public trust.
And I imagine other attributes are key too, like decision-making, problem-solving.
Absolutely. Strong decision-making, problem-solving skills, a sharp memory, empathy, adaptability, teamwork, resourcefulness. The list goes on. Okay, so all this incredible human skill and dedication, it's supported, or really underpinned, by technology. Let's talk about computer-aided dispatch systems, CAD systems. For someone outside emergency services, what are they exactly?
Think of CAD as the central nervous system of the whole emergency response operation. Dispatchers, call takers, 911 operators. They all use these systems to prioritize and record incident calls, identify the real-time status and location of responders out in the field, and then effectively dispatch personnel. It's how they orchestrate everything.
So how does that actually help the responders in the field? How does CAD bridge that gap between the dispatch center and, say, the officer in the patrol car?
Well, the responders get messages initiated by the CAD system directly, usually through their mobile data terminals, MDTs, or radios, sometimes secure phone apps. But CAD isn't just a standalone thing. It's more like a central hub. It integrates seamlessly with a whole bunch of other critical technologies.
Okay, give us an example. How did that integration make a difference in a real-time decision? What are some key connections?
Sure. Imagine CAD instantly pulling up a detailed map from a geographic information system, a GIS. It shows exactly where the call originated. At the same time, it's getting real-time GPS data from automatic vehicle location, AVL systems in every emergency vehicle.
So the dispatcher sees the call location and all the nearby units?
Instantly, on that map. Even if the closest unit belongs to a different agency sometimes, that's a huge game changer for speed and efficiency.
I've also heard the term unified CAD or UCAD. Does that take integration even further?
It does. UCAD is really about breaking down those traditional silos between agencies. It interfaces with multiple agencies, multiple computer systems, law enforcement, fire, EMS, allowing seamless communication and coordination across different jurisdictions.
So it optimizes the dispatch regardless of who's responding.
Exactly. It manages info from many different responder systems to really optimize sending the best unit. These powerful systems are usually housed in central dispatch offices or public safety answering points, PSAPs.
Okay, beyond mapping and vehicle location, what other critical info can CAD pull in to give dispatchers that full picture?
Oh, lots. They can integrate with records management systems, RMSs, to get current service call data or history for that location. They use caller ID for immediate verification. They can connect to various criminal justice databases for quick background checks or alerts on wanted persons. It's all about getting relevant data to the dispatcher's fingertips in seconds.
That is a powerful combination. And I bet these systems are constantly evolving. What advanced capabilities are making a dispatcher's job more effective now?
Yeah, they're definitely becoming more intuitive, more feature-rich. Advancements like touchscreen monitors, multicolor displays, user-friendly icons, things like that help manage the information flow. But beyond just displaying data, they provide more in-depth, accurate information. Detailed maps with maybe live traffic overlays, comprehensive incident histories for a specific address, or even proximity reports showing recent calls nearby.
And this is where it gets really interesting. Smart recommendations.
Yes. Newer systems can continuously update and verify information and then actually make recommendations to the dispatcher, suggesting the closest available and most qualified responder.
So like if it's a hazardous materials situation.
Exactly. The system might proactively recommend a AZMAT-certified responder nearby, or for a narcotic search, it could flag a canine unit that's available in the area. And these CAD systems can interface with a huge network of databases too, local, state, federal. Things like license plate reader systems, jail management systems, the National Incident-Based Reporting System, NIBRS, the National Crime Information Center, NCIC.
Okay, let's walk through a typical call using CAD. From the moment the dispatcher picks up, what's the flow?
Okay, so typically the CAD system immediately displays the caller's location on a map, usually via GIS integration. The dispatcher then starts logging additional info, the nature of the emergency, critical details from the caller. Then they use the system to contact the right agency and dispatch the closest, most appropriate personnel identified by the system. And every single step, from dispatch to unit en route, arrival on scene, clearing the scene, it's all logged meticulously within CAD. Logging recorders capture call times, durations.
So it provides a complete record.
A very comprehensive one. Log on, log off times for personnel, precise timestamping of all communications, case numbers assigned, incident reports generated, and long-term archives.
And these systems must be invaluable, not just for daily calls, but for massive events like natural disasters.
Absolutely critical. During large multi-jurisdictional responses, when communication can easily break down, CAD is essential. There's a great real-world example. Hurricane Charlie back in 2004. The Orange County Fire and Rescue Department's Communications Center used their CAD system, integrated with GIS, AVL, and RMS.
How did it help in that specific chaotic situation?
It allowed dispatchers to efficiently sort by station, categorize the flood of calls by urgency, prioritize the most critical ones, and then dispatch them effectively to pagers, station printers, and the MDTs in the vehicles. It really streamlined the response in a truly overwhelming situation.
It's so clear that rigorous, ongoing training is just fundamental for these complex roles.
Absolutely essential.
And the California Commission on Peace Officer Standard and Training, POST you mentioned, they play a big role.
A foundational role, yes. POST shapes dispatcher training, sets statewide standards. They provide core resources like the Public Safety Dispatcher's Basic Course and ongoing continuous professional training.
And for agencies actually buying these sophisticated systems, is there help making those decisions?
There is. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security has a program called SAVER System Assessment and Validation for Emergency Responders. It objectively assesses and validates commercial equipment, including CAD systems. This helps agencies make informed choices, ensuring they invest in technology that really meets their needs effectively.
So wrapping this up, what does this all mean for you listening? This deep dive, I think, it really reveals the immense complexity, the crucial importance of the public safety dispatcher.
They are so much more than just voices on a phone.
Right. They're highly trained, multitasking professionals navigating these huge cognitive loads, sticking to strict ethical codes, and using sophisticated tech like CAD systems to coordinate life-saving responses.
That phrase about their badge of office being a symbol of public faith, it really resonates.
It does, and it raises an important question for all of us, doesn't it? When we think about emergency services, we picture the police officer arriving, the firefighter, or the paramedic.
The ones we see on scene.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But how often do we truly consider the intricate, high-pressure, technologically advanced coordination that happens, often invisibly, way before they even get there?
That silent symphony of emergency response.
Played by the first responder. Something to think about.